the world woke up to whispers that spread faster than facts. Somewhere between airport corridors, quiet hotel lobbies, and anonymous streets far from flashing cameras, Bts Jungkook had already passed through. No bodyguards forming a visible shield. No luxury motorcade. No airport chaos. Just Jungkook, dressed like an ordinary man, walking calmly beside his manager on what is now being described as one of the most secretive journeys of his entire career. For an artist whose mere appearance usually sends social media into meltdown, the idea that Jungkook could move freely without being recognized felt almost impossible. And yet, it happened. Fans were there. Cameras were there. Phones were recording. But no one realized who he truly was until it was already too late. Witnesses later recalled seeing a young man in a simple outfit, baseball cap pulled low, mask blending into the crowd, his posture relaxed and unguarded. He didn't radiate the overwhelming aura of a global superstar that fans are used to seeing on stage. Instead, he looked calm, grounded, almost invisible. Walking beside him was his longtime manager, also dressed plainly, speaking softly, staying close but not alerting anyone to the significance of the moment. Together, they moved like travelers with no story to tell. And that was exactly the point. What makes this journey extraordinary is not the destination, which remains unconfirmed, but the intention behind it. Insiders suggest this was not a promotional trip, not a brand schedule, and not an official engagement. This was a personal movement, carefully planned to avoid attention. No advance notice. No leaks. No staff rotations that could raise suspicion. Just two people moving quietly through public spaces while the world remained unaware. For years, Jungkook has lived under a microscope. Every step, every glance, every outfit choice becomes a topic of global discussion within minutes. Airports turn into battlegrounds of flashing lights. Even private schedules are often exposed before they happen. That reality has shaped his life since his teenage years. So when fans learned that Jungkook had managed to travel unnoticed, the reaction was not disbelief, but shock mixed with awe. How could fans not recognize him? The answer lies in how completely Jungkook transformed himself. Gone were the iconic silhouettes that fans associate with him. No signature walk that dominates runways. No recognizable hairstyling. No fashion statements that scream luxury. Instead, he chose anonymity. Neutral colors. Ordinary shoes. A posture that avoided eye contact. He became a shadow among hundreds of others, proving that even the most famous idol in the world can disappear if he truly wants to. Several fans later admitted online that they were present at the same location at the same time. Some even shared photos and videos taken casually, not knowing what they had captured. Only after comparing timestamps, backgrounds, and subtle details did the truth emerge. That random guy in the corner of the frame was Jungkook, standing right there, breathing the same air, completely unnoticed. The realization sent shockwaves through the fandom. Posts flooded social media with disbelief. Fans replayed clips repeatedly, zooming in, pointing out tiny details that suddenly became obvious in hindsight. The familiar eyes, the subtle way he walked, the manager always half a step behind him. Once seen, it could not be unseen. But at the time, no one knew. This incident sparked a deeper conversation about Jungkook's life beyond the stage. Fans began to reflect on how rare it must be for him to experience normalcy, to walk freely, to travel without security alarms, to sit in public without being stared at. This secret journey became more than a viral story. It became a symbol of something fans rarely get to see. Jungkook as a human being, not just an idol. Those close to the situation suggest that the manager played a crucial role in ensuring the success of this trip. Every movement was calculated. Timing was chosen carefully. Routes were adjusted in real time. Even small decisions, like where to stand or when to move, were designed to minimize attention. It was a masterclass in invisibility, executed with precision and trust. Trust is the key word here. Jungkook trusted his manager completely. In a world where one wrong step can result in chaos, that trust allowed him to relax. Observers noted how comfortable he looked, how unguarded his body language was. This was not the Jungkook who braces himself for crowds. This was someone enjoying a rare moment of peace, and fans felt that. Rather than anger or jealousy, the dominant emotion across the fandom was respect. Many expressed relief that Jungkook had been able to move safely without being overwhelmed. Others admitted feeling emotional knowing he had finally experienced what most people take for granted. Some even apologized collectively, promising to be more mindful of his privacy in the future. The contrast between this journey and Jungkook's usual public appearances could not be more striking. Normally, his presence alone causes airports to shut down sections. Security teams struggle to maintain order. Fans scream, cry, and reach out, desperate for a glimpse. But during this journey, silence surrounded him. No chaos, no screams, just footsteps and quiet conversations. The IT raises an intriguing question within the industry. How many other moments like this have happened without anyone knowing? How often has Jungkook walked past fans who never realized he was there? The idea feels surreal, yet this incident proves it is possible. The timing of this journey also adds to the mystery. With BTS members navigating solo activities, personal growth, and transitions in their careers, fans are hyper-aware of every movement. Any unexplained travel sparks theories, speculation, and excitement. But this time, Jungkook moved ahead of the narrative. He traveled before anyone could ask why. And that silence speaks volumes. There were no statements. No official confirmations. No clarifications. HYB remained quiet. Jungkook himself offered no hints. The story unfolded entirely through fan discoveries and indirect confirmations, making it feel almost cinematic. A hidden chapter in his life briefly exposed before slipping back into secrecy. As the story spread, media outlets scrambled to reconstruct the timeline. They analyzed weather conditions, clothing layers, reflections in glass, and background signage to determine where Jungkook might have been. Yet nothing definitive emerged. The journey remained intentionally incomplete, as if designed to resist full understanding. Fans, meanwhile, embraced the mystery. Instead of demanding answers, many chose to celebrate the moment as a quiet victory for Jungkook. A reminder that despite his global fame, he can still reclaim pieces of his own life. That he can still walk anonymously, even if only for a short while. This incident also reshaped how fans view recognition itself. Jungkook was not unrecognizable because fans failed. He was unrecognizable because he chose to be. And that distinction matters. It highlights his control, his awareness, and his evolving relationship with fame. For Jungkook, this secret journey may have been brief, but its impact was profound. It reminded the world that behind the legendary performances and record-breaking achievements is someone who still values quiet moments. Someone who still wants to move through the world without being defined by his name. And for fans, it became a powerful story not of access, but of respect, that a story where the absence of recognition was not a failure, but a success. As the dust settles, one thing is certain. Jungkook's secret journey has already become part of BTS lore. A rare instance where the biggest star in the world slipped through unnoticed, reminding everyone that even legends sometimes need to disappear to breathe. And somewhere out there, in an unconfirmed place at an unconfirmed time, Jungkook walked freely, unknown, unbothered, and finally unseen. Fans later realized that Jungkook had been right there, just steps away, yet no one recognized him at the time. This quiet journey sparked deep emotions among ARMY, raising conversations about privacy, trust, and Jungkook's desire for normalcy beyond the spotlight. A powerful reminder that behind the global superstar is a human being who sometimes longs to walk freely, unseen, and at peace.